Hi, this is Anna London with Cyvergance, and in this episode, we're going to get back to cybersecurity. We talk about threat intel, the latest attacks and breaches. Okay, this isn't a compilation of all of them. Okay, there's too many to report on, obviously, but let's talk about some of those. Look, the greater American Enrichment Transit Company, the GRTC, which provides services for millions of people, has been a victim of cyber attack that impacted certain applications and parts of the GRTC network as a whole. The Play ransomware gang claimed responsibility for the attack. Okay. Multinational retailer Aldo has acknowledged a ransomware attack that impacted the systems of an unspecified franchise partner. The Lockbit ransomware gang has claimed responsibility for this attack. Alpha 5, or for really Black Cat, really. So ALPH, V is in Victor, but better known as Black Cat. Not Black Hat, but Black Cat. A ransomware gang claimed responsibility for the cyber attacks on 3 victims. Okay, are you ready? American medical provider Norton Healthcare, IT services and business consulting company HTC Global Services, and Tipalti, an Israeli fintech software provider startup with headquarters in Canada. The attack on Tipalti has allegedly resulted in the compromise of over 265 gigabytes of confidential information belonging to the company and its customers, including the video game Roblox and streaming platform Twitch. According to ALPH-V as in Victor, an insider from Tipalti was and is still actively involved in the attack. All right, so insider threat personified. Let's talk about another breach, okay? American multinational confectionery company Hershey, yes, I said Hershey, has disclosed a data breach that affected more than 2,200 people as the result of a successful email phishing attack against the company. The stolen data potentially includes full names, health and medical details, debit and credit card data, financial account information, and so much more. And another breach, Japanese car manufacturer Nissan has confirmed a cyber attack that affected Nissan Oceania, its Australian and New Zealand regional division, and took systems offline as a precaution. The company did not share specific information on the type or extent of the breach. The Hunters International ransomware group claimed responsibility for cyber attacks on the Australian shipbuilder, Austal USA, and Florida Water Agency, St. Johns River Water Management District, and the attacks affected Florida Water Agency's information technology environment and potentially impacted Austal's USA documents, recruiting information, finance details, certifications, and engineering data. So a lot of these, these are becoming more of the norm, right? But they don't have to be. There's a lot of ways in which you can put in preventive mechanisms in place in order to avert these attacks. All right, so let's talk about some vulnerabilities and patches that came about. Google's December 2023 Android security update addresses 85 vulnerabilities, notably including a critical zero-click remote code execution flaw under CVE, Common Vulnerabilities and Exposures, 2023 number 40088 in the Android system component. The update addresses 84 other security vulnerabilities, with 3 critical ones related to privilege escalation and information disclosure in Android framework and system components related to Common Vulnerabilities and Exposure 2023, number 40077, and of course 40076, 45866, yes, respectively. And another critical flaw in Qualcomm's closed source components relates to Common Vulnerabilities and Exposures 2022 40507. Okay, so those are some patches. So take heed if your systems are in fact running these technologies. Again, Google, everyone runs Google. If you have Android systems, right, make sure that your systems are updated, okay, with these relevant patches, and verify confirmation of compliance by using, various scanning tools, whether it be Tenable, Nessus, or another one, right? So Atlassian also has released software fixes to address 4 critical vulnerabilities that can lead to remote code execution. And these flaws included deserialization, if I can spit it out, vulnerability in the Snake YAML library, and it relates to Common Vulnerabilities and Exposures 2022-1471, and RCE vulnerabilities in Confluence Data Center and Confluence Server, assets discovery for Jira Service Management, and in Atlassian Company, a companion app for Mac OS related to Common Vulnerabilities and Exposures 2023-22522, 22524, and 22523, respectively. Okay. So research has examined various attack vectors in Modern Outlook and compared the user interoperability required for each scenario when attackers use Outlook to deliver their exploits. And the attack vectors have been observed in 3 categories: the obvious hyperlink attack vector, the normal attachment attack vector, and the advanced attack vector. Okay, and I have to give full credit to Checkpoint for this research. Okay, Checkpoint Research has also identified a shift in the targeting of the Iranian hacktivist proxies, which are now extending their cyber operations to include targets in other countries besides Israel, with a particular emphasis on the United States, of course. Moreover, groups such as Cyber Avengers and Cyber Tufan appear to be adopting a narrative of retaliation in their attacks, and they claim to target U.S. entities using Israeli technology, suggesting a strategy of simultaneously targeting both Israeli and U.S. interest. Okay, a troubling trend in cryptocurrency landscape also has been uncovered. Deceptive actors are manipulating pool liquidity, sending token prices soaring by 22,000%. Yes, I said 22,000%. The manipulation of pool liquidity resulted in a swift and calculated theft of $80,000 from unsuspecting token holders. This incident sheds some light on the evolving strategies scammers employ to exploit decentralized finance platforms. And the Russia-based actor Star Blizzard, aka Cold River Callisto Group, persistently employs spear phishing attack techniques for information gathering purposes. The threat actor has been observed targeting individuals and organizations in the UK and the US involved in international affairs, defense, and logistics supporting to Ukraine. So again, the list goes on and on and on and on. So what do you do then, right? Do you just let it go because that seems to be the commonplace? No, you don't. Okay, you employ intelligent people, but folks that have subject matter expertise in cybersecurity at a multitude of layers. Cybersecurity defense is a multi-layered approach, which requires a multi-layered level of knowledge, okay? Network systems, of course, KG encryptors, IPS, IDS, operating systems, applications, peripherals, your gaming systems, whatever you have that has an IP address, your voice and data can be hacked. They're susceptible to being hacked. Okay, so we have a SOC, a Security Operations Center, 24/7, 365, fully manned, okay? And for if you're a home user, right, because home users aren't exempt from these various attacks either. And your vulnerable home network can be used to launch an attack against another company or another government network, right? So it's incredibly important that we all take heed because we're all part of the global information grid, whether we like it or not. And it's our jobs equally to ensure that our systems are secure and remain secure, patched and up to date. That's just a minor thing, right? But it's a major thing, okay? If you're sitting there and, it's up for updates and you just, next, I'll do it later. No, you should do it as soon as possible, right? Because the quicker you can do it and update your virus definitions on your device, right? If you're using Norton antivirus, McAfee, whatever you're using, right? So it's incredibly important, okay? There's a multi-layered approach to this, and that's why there's a cybersecurity specialty, right? Because the average home user will say, oh yeah, I know how to do it. I can limit privacy, exposure. I can do this. No, actually you can't. There's a whole detailed design, and strategy when it comes to cybersecurity defense mechanisms, okay? So let us help you, okay? And if not us, someone else, at least ask, okay? Just reach out to us and find out what we can do for you, all right? We perform gap analyses on systems, on infrastructure. We can look at policy and procedure gaps as well. So for both written and technical policies and procedures governing, for instance, GPO, your Microsoft Active Directory infrastructure, all of it, because all of it is susceptible to being hacked, right? Look, with cybersecurity, right? on the defense side, we have to close every single door, every single window, make sure that no cracks are available for termites or anything to get in. The hacker only needs one small crack. Now, is it 100% secure? Absolutely not. But you can minimize risk greatly, because a lot of these that I mentioned today, guess what? Could have been avoided had these vendors, right, had these folks put in the right patches and compliance mechanisms and configuration settings in place to avoid these, to not become a statistic in the first place, to not become a victim. Okay, you can get ahead of it, is my point. Okay, a lot of us know this in the cybersecurity industry. So, don't be sleeping on it. Reach out to one of us. My name is Anna London with Cyvergance.AI, Cyvergance.AI. I have a team of folks, all right, that are there to support you. Okay, and everything you need, whether it be a small, medium, or large business, or with your small office, home office, right? Because don't forget about the home users too. We can also protect your phones. Right now, we have the capability of protecting the Android and the iPhone operating systems, right? So if you have any one of those, we can help you with that. We don't look at your text messages or anything like that. We look at the compliance. We look at to ensure your data is encrypted, to ensure that it's got the right configuration settings, it's up to date, all these things. There's nothing that we look for indicators of compromise, right? We have a 24/7, 365 security operations center primed and ready to defend, okay, and watch out for anything that could be an indicator of compromise so that you can avoid data breaches, costly data breaches, right? So with that said, a lot of this stuff can be avoided. You just have to take the right mechanisms in place by employing the right people, subject matter experts, in order to help you facilitate the defensive mechanisms on all the different multi-layers of everything you have, anything that has an IP address and needs internet access, your IoT devices, your drones, right? All of it, right? Any of that can be hacked, is subjected to being breached. Okay, so reach out to us, okay? You can reach out to me directly, schedule a meeting, okay, with me. And again, we can, tailor a solution that meets your needs and your budget, all right? Especially if you're a small business. I get it, you're struggling. But you know what? You also have to meet business and cybersecurity compliance mechanisms, right? And it's your job to protect your data, your employees' data, your customer data, and your own data, your IP data, right? You have the same compliance mechanisms a larger company must meet, okay? But I know a lot smaller wallet in which to use, right, and utilize. But so allow us to help you navigate through that and put in some mechanisms in place to help you become compliant, stay compliant. And for those of you that are part of the Defense Information Base, small, medium, and large companies, right, that need to be CMMC compliant, Cyber Maturity Model Certification compliant, reach out to us too, because we can help you there as well, right? And again, we will tailor a solution, okay, that meets your budget, okay? And of course, ensures that you can, ensure compliance across the board, GRC compliance, governance, risk, and compliance, right? There are various laws and regulations that all of us must meet depending upon the types of data that's running through our veins, if you will, processed, stored, transmitted in our environments, right? And so, don't avoid it, and don't ignore it, because maybe you don't think your data is worth anything, right? Oh, nobody's gonna hack me. I'm just a little old me. That's BS, because I've seen everyone be subjected to, breaches. Okay, and luckily for me too, I've got my team also watching our stuff, our company infrastructure, right, and data and things. And so, we trust but verify, and we're looking at logs, we're looking at everything, okay? We're looking at the battle rhythm of our environment to ensure that everything, okay, is secure and remains secure, and we avoid, attacks like these. A lot of these ransomware attacks can be avoided. They can, okay? So reach out to us. I assure you, we can help you, okay? Again, my name is Anna London, Cyvergance.AI, Cyvergance.AI, okay? And anyways, I'll put the link, in the comments section. So as you watch the podcast, if you open up the comments section area or the summary area, you'll see the link to the email address. You can hit me up on LinkedIn. I'm on Twitter, right? A variety of things. And I'll be more than happy to help you. I have a team of which that is trained up and ready to assist, right? They're solid, okay? They're solid. I know because they came through my programs. They're solid individuals, solid subject matter experts, and will help you become secure and remain secure, okay? Which in this day and age, everyone should be taking cybersecurity seriously, right? So anyways, reach out to us. We can help you, okay? Navigate through that. So my name is Anna London, Cyvergance.AI, signing out.